Great thing about this is he's going to be one of the first millennials that'll have to learn to drive one with 3 pedals. Hello, it is time for another epic What Screwed Up Today. My son was given a truck by his grandfather, and my kids are extremely blessed. This is it. It is a brand new to him 1996 Ford Ranger pickup truck. Great thing about this is he's going to be one of the first millennials that'll have to learn to drive one with 3 pedals. The problem with that second pedal though is it goes all the way to the floor. And what that is a busted wheel well cylinder that is in the back of the truck or on the back wheels. I absolutely cannot stand doing drum brakes, but we got an estimate on it from his cousin or his uncle, and where he took it to $725 for 2 wheel cylinders, brake pads, hardware, and labor. And that's after a $50 credit for being a loyal customer. So what we're going to do today, we're going to jump on it. We're going to see if we can knock it out and get him back on the road. Come along for the journey. We're going to try to make it epic. And that right there and this side is the culprit there. See how wet that is? You can even see right there where it's busted. The brake pads look pretty gummy. They're not terrible. I think I can clean those up. Get this knocked out pretty quick. All right. Went ahead and just got the stuff to kind of show you what we need. Had to get some new brake fluid. Had to get some brake cleaner. This right here is what holds your brake fluid in the lines. This little rubber boot here is actually what holds the fluids together and allows this to expand to apply the brake. That, of course, is what is leaking. You saw that on this side. So first off, what I'm gonna do is get it brake clean. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, get it all sprayed out, and then start taking it apart. See how it goes. Shout out I do want to throw is you can always tell who your real friends are that'll allow you to borrow their tools. Like I said, mine blowed up on the last project, which I'm still at this point in time in this, I'm still 1 truck down, or still a vehicle down, so this is kind of paramount that I get this done. But that thing makes life easy. It's not mine, I had to borrow it. Shout out to Jacob Beckner and his son Xavier for letting me borrow it. Now on to cleaning this up. far down as I'm going with that. Just gonna take this off and then slide it back together, or attempt to. Now on this particular one, I did have to buy a new tool that I've never used before. It's an open line wrench. Let me show you what that looks like. This right here is an open line wrench. Whenever you put this around a cord, which is like the brake line that comes in here, that right there will hit on 5 sides as compared to just one like this that only makes 2 points of contact. This will have less of a chance of it rounding off on you, which you definitely don't want. One thing I almost forgot to do is put brake fluid in the car or in the truck, because once I crack this open, air is going to want to suck back up into your lines. Why do you have brake fluid? Because brake fluid does not compress. Liquids do not compress like gas. Well, air is considered a gas, and that's why when your brakes get spongy or they don't work, usually because they have air in it because you're low on fluid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to get me a new can of brake fluid. Now, new can, make sure that every time you do something like this, that seal is not broken, because brake fluid is what they call hydroscopic. What it does is it loves to soak up water. Water boils. So you can imagine that as you're pressing on the brake pedal, the heat generated from the friction of just pressing the pedal and it sinking down can heat up, and any water that is close to that will turn into steam. Steam then boils away, and you now have air in your lines again. So I want to fill that up before I crack this line open. Just cut down on the amount of air that gets taken in. That broke really easy. It was a 7/16. It did not strip, thank you Lord. I'm not going to take it all the way out. I'm going to go ahead and break these 2 bolts back behind it. I grabbed the wrong size. It's probably an 8mm, not a 10. It's not an 8 either. Apparently it was a 10. I just had the wrong one. And make sure whatever you do not lose these. I don't know if there's a specialty bolt, but if they're not on there, you're not going anywhere. There's that one out. Ching. So we put this other one in real quick. Got the brand new one. Now this brake line back here, you want to line it up first. You want to make sure that it's clear, has no grime, no grub, nothing in your way. And you want to start it in the hole before you tighten the other ones down. Leave yourself a little bit of room so you can still manipulate this around. So you can put these 2 screws back in. Got that one started. The other side started. Now I did keep brake fluid loss there to a minimum as much as possible. So hopefully that'll cut my bleeding down as much as possible. That one's now tight. That one's now tight. Again, take the same line wrench. Make sure you tighten that down to about 10 to 15 pounds. Getting this all cleaned up. All right, I got it all cleaned up. As you can see, I did it with a Brillo pad and some brake clean. Now I'm going to put what's called anti-seize lubricant on it. All right, you can see right there, I put anti-seize on it. Now I'm just gonna put it back together the way I took it apart. See what happens. All right, one thing that I didn't do that I'm going to have to do now is, which I should have done because it's been so long since I've done it, I should have went and took pictures with my phone and figured out exactly how this thing goes back together. Lucky thing is I only took apart one side. Sorry about that, I got stuff on the camera lens. So, be right back. The parts you saw me put the anti-seize on is actually the tensioner that when you apply the brake, the brakes will slide out so far and they come back. This is what they actually catch on, and when it catches on and so many times this thing goes in and out, it'll adjust and keep them a safe distance away from the drum. And by doing that, your brakes don't have to travel so far, so when you press the brake, it'll actually stop you in time and you don't have a lot of travel in your pedal. So this is pretty important. What we're about to do is put the brakes back together. What I did was I checked the other side and I put this spring on to hold the parking brake tensioner on and the adjuster back on. So what I'm gonna do now is put this back on here just like that. Remember, small pad to the front, big one to the back. And this right here is your parking brake. I'm hooking that with that. ahead, finish up one side. Other side's not going to be any different. So we're going to go ahead and cut it right here. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I probably just saved, like I said, about $750. So it does pay to know what you're doing. It does pay to learn a skill. So please go out there and hustle. Go out there and learn to be a winner and be competitive. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and just finish up this other side. You can see I'm running out of daylight. So we're going to get it done. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make it epic.
Welcome to day one. Make it epic.